Manchester United with the 3-2 win here and secure third place in the Premier League. Now, before we do talk about Bruno Fernandes' achievement today, we must go to that moment and the handball that was or that wasn't. Frank, how did you see it in that handball decision that the referee stuck with his decision on it?
Unless you're a Manchester United fan or maybe you're blind, there is no other choices but saying that there is a handball, and so therefore the goal should have been disallowed. I'm very sorry, but there is no other choices. I mean, he controlled the ball, otherwise the ball would have gone and it would have been a different story. So there is no other choices by saying no, there is no goal, and VAR said it, and for that time, and the referee got the wrong decision. So I don't understand that. I mean, hopefully for Nottingham Forest, it won't won't put them in a dangerous situation. Hopefully, but that's unfair. That's simply unfair, and the referee should have worn the Manchester United shirt for the rest of the game.
Ali, you've got a prop there.
Well, because you know, when you show up to a soccer game out on the street or out in school in the backyard, this is how you carry the ball, like this. That's exactly what Mbemo did. There was like half a second count or a second count of the ball there.
Stopped.
Which is stopped. Yeah. He's carrying the ball. I mean, just take the ball home. Why don't you? How is this not a handball? I have no idea how anybody can look at that video, especially the referee, can look at that video and say, yeah, no, let me tell you something. That's a handball. And somehow you look at this, he holds on to the ball for half a second. For a fraction of time, that ball just stops and sits there. It's 100% a handball. Good Lord.
So, as I mentioned, the VAR did advise referee Michael Salisbury to go to the screen to take a look at this, but he insisted, the referee, that the goal should stand and cited accidental handball in his decision here. Can you make any sense of his decision? Do you see any reason why he would say that?
No. He's on an island. He's the only person on the planet that thinks that's not impeding play. I mean, seriously. You know, listen, if there's one thing I'm glad of, he's actually decided on his own that he's making the decision. Which, you know, a lot of the times we complain that it seems like the referee does make the decision. That's the only positive out of this. The referee has actually taken the initiative and made the decision. Unfortunately, it's one of the most ridiculous decisions that a referee has ever made and ever will make. So I have no idea what was going through his brain.
It would have been one of the easiest handballs to call.
Absolutely.
Well, as it pertains to handballs, which tends to be a very gray area, this is not gray.
Yeah.
This is a handball. There is no gray area here. This is a handball. He controls the ball with his arm, uses the arm to control the ball. Otherwise, that ball goes past him. Does that not impact the play? It is 100% a handball.
You know what? Being a referee, it's an oxymoron in our society where everybody wants to be recognized, and normally a good ref, you don't see it. You don't see him, you know, he's kind of invisible because he does his job and he doesn't interfere with the game. That guy will be known all around the world from people who understand a little bit of football and also very interested about the Premier League. But we all know his name and his face because of his mistake. I don't know if it's nice for him, but in the real world, you know, it's always good, a good publicity for the honest person. But really, what a shame.
All right, let's get to talking about Bruno Fernandes, who did get that 20th
Do I
assist
keep the ball
today.
or what?
I'm wondering what else is in the prop box, to be honest. I didn't know we had one. Most
Tell you what, that's the best control you ever had, even when you were playing.
Kevin De Bruyne and Thierry Henry already had 20. Bruno Fernandes joins them, and if he can assist in the game at Brighton next week, he will set a new Premier League record, but also a single-season record across Europe's top 5 leagues. Thomas Muller and Lionel Messi have had 21 assists in a single season before. I mean, these are special numbers, Frank.
It is, and especially because, you know, if you compare with Thierry Henry and Kevin De Bruyne, they were playing for a team which was fighting for the Premier League title for the whole season, where it was completely different before Michael Carrick took charge of Manchester United for the club and for the team that Fernandes was playing. So he has to be recognized as a top player. I don't like his attitude at some points, but at some times, you know, crying a lot, complaining a lot, but he has a real talent. He feels the game, he feels when he has to give the ball and where he has to give the ball, and that shows how talented he is and how a good player he has been this season.
Getting an assist man who can put in 20 a season, it's brilliant, isn't it?
He's carried that club. He's the reason they're in Champions League next year. Because if you take Bruno Fernandes out of that team, you're not left with too much. So, yeah, every single bit of praise he's getting and had for this season, he deserves it. I mean, you think of the size of the club of Manchester United, and he's actually carried it on his back. So, yeah, phenomenal. The fact that he's playing in a team that has struggled pretty much for most of the season. You look at De Bruyne, as Frank said, and Thierry Henry, they were playing with other superstars who were flying, who made it easy for them. This guy's done it on his own. This honestly, every award he's getting, he absolutely 100% deserves it.
Let's talk about Casemiro, because he waved goodbye today. When he first signed for Manchester United, the criticism was there that maybe his time was up as a player. But what we have seen with him at Manchester United, and given what he's given to them this season, is a player who has fought for the team and a player who's got the fans on his side as well, Ale.
Well, I think in Casemiro joining Manchester United, I don't know that I was in the camp that said, well, he's done as a player. But what I did know from observations towards the end of his time at Real Madrid is that the legs were not quite there as they had been before. And that was proven to be the case. At times, Casemiro struggled very much with the pace of play. And he was not helped by the players around him in that midfield. When we have talked of the concerns and struggles of Manchester United, one of the areas that was most concerning was that midfield, especially in moments of transition. And what do you need in moments of transition? Speed. Does Casemiro have that speed now in his career? No. But he does have professionalism. He does have qualities of leadership. He does have a presence about him that I believe the players around him respect what Casemiro has achieved in the game. And so that allows him to have some equity with his teammates and some equity with the fan base. And what you cannot criticize from Casemiro, whether you think he had the speed or not, or whether you want to go and criticize his performances or not, what you cannot criticize of Casemiro is his level of commitment. Every time he's on the field, he's giving you the best that he's got. Sometimes that's not as good as it used to be. But when he did play at a high level, which wasn't consistently so in his time with Manchester United, it was still a player that could be useful. I think his time at Manchester United, at least for me, was what I expected once he left Real Madrid. There'll be some good times, and then there'll be other times where like, mommy, these legs are gone. And I think he felt it as well. But to be fair to him, he wasn't getting the help around him either, which then exposed his limitations at this point in his career even more.
Stevie?
Yeah, I actually think it's nice the way it's ended up for him. I agree with everything that Ali said. But I think it's nice that since Carrick took over, he has been settled in the team. He's done his job and some more. He's helped everybody around him. And so he's got to end his Manchester United career on a high, because when he came off, he got a standing ovation from the whole stadium. And he deserves it for his career. So, yeah, I think it was great that it ended how it did. The fact is, had Carrick not come in, it might not have ended in such a happy note.